Another issue that comes up from time to time occurs when someone buys a house and then they get married and they change their name. And then what happens between their new name, their married name, versus the maiden name that's still on the deed?
It's interesting. I actually had a friend who bought a house before she got married, and now she's trying to figure out what to do about that now that they're getting married. Can you kind of walk me through what those steps are like?
Sure. So first off, it's not the end of the world. This is a common issue that occurs all the time. The county, the attorneys, just about everyone is used to dealing with it, so it can be resolved quite quickly. If the homeowner is not planning on selling the house in the immediate future, we can file what they call a quick claim deed with the county. And basically that type of deed just acknowledges the changed name, and it gives notice to the world that Jane Doe is now Jane Smith, and
Makes sense.
yeah, and she can move forward as owner of the house with a new name. A lot of times a couple will get married and they're looking for a bigger house, or they're looking maybe move someplace more centrally located between their both of their lives. And if that's the case, it's still not the end of the world, but we can wait until we actually sell the house, and then we just have some language that we put on the deed itself just to notify everyone that Jane Doe is now known as Jane Smith, and that she is owner of the real estate, is selling through a general warranty deed.
Okay, that seems really straightforward. Are there other situations where there would be a name change that would be in a different setting besides a marriage?
Yeah, one of the most common issues that comes up is when a family sells an elderly relative's house. A lot of times that relative who owned the house for maybe 20 years or 30 years or 40 or 50 or who knows how long, at one point or another, maybe they added someone to the deed, maybe they put the house in a trust that no one seems to know where that trust document is, maybe they put the house in a land trust. And as a real estate attorney, that's one of the first things I do is I research the title records and I identify if another owner is listed on the deed, if there's a trust or a land trust. And then I basically, it's kind of fun because I get to be a detective and research and try to figure out where that person is, and make sure that everyone listed on the deed is acknowledged, and that we find those people so we can assign a new deed to the new homeowner.
So it sounds like there's a lot of different situations where a person could come to you, could give you this situation or a scenario and ask for your help, and you come in and bring all that expertise to really solve the issue in a number of ways.
Oh, sure, absolutely. And I'm always more than happy to work with people. I primarily help people buy and sell houses, but if you ever have a question with a deed, with ownership of the property, I'm more than happy to talk to you and just kind of go through who's listed as the current owner and make sure that those folks are accountable, so that if the house is sold tomorrow or 5 years from now, that it hopefully will be an easier process.
Well, that's great. Thanks for answering those questions. Look forward to learning more.
Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure.